One of the prevalent thoughts of those who have perhaps not been paying attention for years is that the NBA needs the Los Angeles Lakers and New York Knicks to be good, to juice the TV ratings and the public awareness and give the league an overall boost in popularity. Nothing, in fact, could be further than the truth. LeBron James looks for a call, while the Lakers continue to search for a way into the playoffs after striking out on the trade market. Curtis Compton, TNS. There is no question the league is thriving these days. In every measurable metric, the overall level of play has never been better. Most teams can't print tickets fast enough to sell them all, and worldwide appeal has never been at greater heights. The game is thriving, and the Lakers and Knicks are terrible, and have been for a while. In Los Angeles, the Lakers are stumbling along at a level of astonishing dysfunction. Yes, maybe they will one day get back to being Showtime, with glitz and glamour and movie stars in the front row, and the talk of the town again, except that nothing they've done in years would suggest that will be true. They do have LeBron James, and that's a good thing, no question. But his decision to leave Cleveland for California is becoming more about lifestyle than basketball, because the level of front office ineptitude has cheating one of the game's greatest players of all time and a pox on the franchise. They missed out on getting Paul George 2 years ago. The front office fined $500,000 US at one time for tampering. They could not pull off a deal last summer for Kawhi Leonard, outbid by the Raptors, who had an all-star to move instead of unproven bit pieces. The Anthony Davis saga that played out before the trade deadline was embarrassing to both the Lakers and the New Orleans Pelicans. Maybe Davis ends up in LA eventually, but you'd get some long odds betting on that today. And the league did clear them after a tampering investigation into some kind of contact between Lakers president Magic Johnson and either Ben Simmons of the Sixers or one of Simmons's representatives, but it was yet another black mark on what was once a storied franchise. The Lakers have not been in the playoffs since 2013. They haven't won a playoff series since 2012 and haven't advanced past the second round since 2010. It's a Knicksian level of ineptitude, and to think it will magically turn around because they are the Lakers is folly. They go into the All-Star break as losers of 4 of their last 5, the final defeat coming at the hands of the Atlanta Hawks, and are 10th in the West, 3 games out of a playoff spot with 25 games to go. Maybe they'll make it, but they likely won't. It wouldn't be a surprise, nor will it mean anything in the grand scheme of the NBA. Around the league, the Dwayne Wade retirement tour hit Dallas for the last time on Wednesday night, the city where the Miami Heat icon is most disliked for the way his team beat the Mavericks in their first NBA final matchup. It also allowed Wade to catch up with the equally iconic Dirk Nowitzki. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle, seeing Wade at the scorer's table to check into the game in the first quarter, immediately summoned Nowitzki so the two could share a moment. And as has become tradition, Wade's post-game jersey swap was with Nowitzki. To be able to have that, he's a Hall of Famer, somebody that obviously I've grown to have so much respect for, Wade said. I'm just thankful that he didn't turn me down and say no, so I appreciate it. Part of the process. There's no doubt the Philadelphia 76ers are an excellent team. The starting 5 of Ben Simmons, J.J. Redick, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid rivals the best in the NBA. They are locked in a dogfight with Boston and Indiana for 3rd, 4th and 5th in the Eastern Conference and are not to be trifled with. The trouble for them is they can't beat good teams. After dropping a game to Boston this week, the Sixers are now 1-7 against East powers Milwaukee, Toronto and Boston. The only teams with worse records against those 3 are Chicago, Cleveland and Atlanta, who are combined 0-23. Magical resurgence. The Orlando Magic went into a game Thursday night against Charlotte with a 26-32 record, which is not astounding, but it is good for 10th in the East and had them only 2 games out of 7th place. The 4-game winning streak going into Thursday was their best stretch since 2015. They just swept a 3-game road trip, the first time an Orlando team had done that since 2012, and each of those 3 road wins were by at least 16 points, the first time they have ever accomplished that. They are definitely in the conversation for one of the final two postseason slots as they chase their first playoff berth since 2012. Green's star turn, Danny Green of the Raptors, is not old, only 31, and likely has a few years left in the NBA. But it's never too early to at least start thinking about a post-playing career, and Green's going to get a taste of television broadcasting this weekend. Before he competes in the three-point shootout on Saturday night as part of the NBA's All-Star Weekend in Charlotte, Green will work as an analyst on TNT's coverage of Friday's Rising Stars game involving, among others, Green's teammate OG Anunoby. Cantors trail the Portland Trail Blazers, trying to hold off Houston, Utah and San Antonio for fourth place in the Western Conference and home court in the first round of the playoffs, got a sizable advantage this week. Enes Kanter, arguably the premier big man available on the increasingly impactful NBA buyout market, decided to join the Blazers after getting out of the final few months of his contract with New York. The Knicks, losers of 18 straight games, couldn't find a taker for Kanter at last week's trade deadline and ended up getting nothing for him. He was obtained by the Knicks in 2017 in the deal that sent Carmelo Anthony to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Information from wire services, other publications and websites was used in the compilation of this report. Doug Smith is a sports reporter based in Toronto. Follow him on Twitter, @SmithRepsReport, and air journalistic standards about the star sports action and reaction delivered to your inbox. NEWSLETTERSPORTSSIGN up.